Hola a todos. En este video me gustaría hablar de los artículos definidos, los artículos indefinidos y cómo usar estos artículos para nombrar apropiadamente a los sustantivos. So let's talk about definite articles, indefinite articles, and how to use them appropriately in Spanish to refer to nouns, which are people, places, and things. Bien? Vamos. So before moving on, as I always suggest, I remind you that your brain learns by doing things, by producing, creating things more actively than it does by simply consuming things, which is why I always try to come up with some activity that you can work on during or after these tutorial videos. In this case, it's going to be a short portion of this chapter that you see depicted here, and I'll put a link to it in Blackboard to accompany this video. So first of all, what is an article in the grammatical sense in which we're using the word article? So here we have 4 short 2-word phrases. And first of all, why dinosaurs? My answer to that question is, well, why not dinosaurs? I just like the theme of this PowerPoint template, and so I went with it, and it worked out. So, looking at these 2-word phrases, in each one we have a noun and an article. Which one is the noun? Which one is the article? Well, we know that nouns are people, places, and things. So the article is this other strange word over here. In this case, a dinosaur, some dinosaurs, the dinosaur, the dinosaurs. Now, we can categorize these. We can place them into 2 categories, 2 types of articles. Indefinite articles and definite ones. And I'll show you what I mean. So looking at these phrases again, and just using your own intuition or previous knowledge, how would you categorize these 2, definite or indefinite? Well, it turns out that these articles are indefinite because they do not refer to any dinosaur in particular. They're not referring to a specific dinosaur or group of dinosaurs, but rather just some dinosaur or some group of dinosaurs. Whereas the dinosaur, and here the again for dinosaurs, refer to a specific individual or group of dinosaurs. Okay, so to get your head off of thinking about dinosaurs for a minute, I need a book. I need a book to help me study Spanish. That would be an example of using a as an indefinite article. I need a book. Versus I need the book to help me study Spanish. The one book. You can hear the difference. You can feel the difference. Now, even though these articles exist and function in the same way exactly in Spanish, there are more of them, more articles, because they also contain information about gender, about the gender of the noun. Since, as you know, in Spanish and so many other languages around the world, nouns have been assigned some gender at some point in the history of language. So let's look at the articles in Spanish. People usually put the definite articles first and then the indefinite articles, but it doesn't matter. The indefinite articles, un, una, unos, y unas. Okay, so we have singular masculine, singular feminine, plural masculine, and plural feminine. That means that whatever person, place, or thing that you put after each one of these articles, it has to match the article in terms of gender and number. So, yo necesito un libro sobre dinosaurios. I need a book, some book, about dinosaurs. I don't know which one. Not specifying which one, versus the definite articles, el, la, los, and las, which we use to refer to something specific, okay? Yo necesito el libro sobre los dinosaurios. I need the book about dinosaurs. So all of these, un, unos, el, and los, are masculine articles. Okay. Here we see the indefinite articles, masculine singular, masculine plural, and the definite articles. And before we move on, let's define each one of these two-word phrases. A dinosaur, don't know which one, but a dinosaur came and ate our chickens. I don't know. Some dinosaurs came and wrecked our car. The dinosaur that I saw the other day in the park is the one that ate your chickens. And the dinosaurs over there across the street are the ones that wrecked your car. Here, speaking about specific dinosaurs, and here, non-specific. So, since we looked at the masculine articles, let's look at the feminine articles, equally important. So, we'll need a feminine noun. In this case, I chose the word planta. It happens to be a feminine noun, and it happens to mean plant. Una planta, some plant. Me gustaría tener una planta en la ventana. I would like to have a plant, I'm not sure what plant yet, in the window. Me gustaría tener unas plantas en mi cuarto. I would like to have some plants in my room. I'm not referring to any plants in particular, so these are indefinite. La planta que ya tengo en la ventana está muy contenta. The plant that I already have in the window, is very happy. Las plantas que tengo en mi cuarto no están muy felices porque necesitan más sol. The plants that I have in my room aren't so happy because they need more sunlight. Definite, specific plants that I'm talking about. So, let's look at some examples of translation and translate these simple phrases from English to Spanish. The dinosaur eats the plant. All right. Before we do this, we have to decide the gender and number of the nouns that we're working with in order to determine the gender and the gender and number of the article that we're going to choose of all that we have to choose from. We have a bunch to choose from. El, la, los, las, un, uno, unos, unas. Okay? So, dinosaurio, we already know this is masculine and singular. Planta is feminine and singular. And these are definite articles, okay? So we're going to use the definite, masculine singular, el dinosaurio, and the definite female singular, come la planta. The dinosaur eats the plant. Now, if you feel confused right now, you're overthinking it. What happens here is exactly what would happen in English. It's not a matter of right or wrong so much as it's a matter of what it is that you're trying to say. Okay, so in this case, we wanted to get across the dinosaur eats the plant. El dinosaurio come la planta. Versus saying a dinosaur eats a plant, right? So in this case, the articles are indefinite, but we have the same gender and number as we had in the previous sentence. Dinosaurio, singular masculine, planta, singular feminine. So let's use the indefinite articles in this case. Un dinosaurio come una planta. A dinosaur eats a plant. Okay? Now let's switch it up, mix it up, and combine definite and indefinite articles together. The dinosaur, specific instance of a dinosaur, eats some plants. Okay? Don't know which ones, not specifying which plants. So for the first noun, we're going to use the masculine singular, el dinosaurio. For the second noun, we're going to use the indefinite, plural, and feminine, unas plantas. Okay, moving on. Some dinosaurs eat the plant. Now we've switched it again, okay? Which dinosaurs eat parsley? It's absurd, but let's go with it. Which dinosaurs eat parsley? Well, some dinosaurs eat that plant, specific plant, not specifying which dinosaurs they are. So here we have a masculine plural noun, dinosaurios, but the article is indefinite, unos dinosaurios. And here we have singular feminine with a definite article, la planta. Unos dinosaurios come la planta. Some dinosaurs eat the plant. Now, it is very important that you master this skill. Anytime you're speaking or writing in Spanish, make sure that the articles and nouns match, that whatever the noun is, if it's female singular, female plural, masculine singular, masculine plural, and whether or not it's definite or indefinite. Okay, consider whether or not you would use the or a or the or some in English, and it's very likely that you'll use the same one in Spanish. Okay, and it's maybe 100% of the time. Whatever you're trying to say in English, choose the same, definite or indefinite article. Okay, is in terms of the two categories. Bien. Okay, muy bien. Vamos a tener una pruebita, a little quiz, just a 2-question quiz here. ¿Cuáles son los artículos definidos en español? Which ones are the definite articles in Spanish? The ones that correspond to the English word the. First, you have to remember there's masculine singular, masculine plural, feminine singular, feminine plural. El, la, los, las. Okay, this is the order that people usually put these in. El, la, los, and las. Una pregunta más, one more question. ¿Cuáles son los artículos indefinidos en español? Which ones are the indefinite articles in Spanish? That's right. Un, una, unos, unas. Okay? So, before I end this video, I think it might be helpful for me to come up with some more examples of how to use these. Like, I need a coffee. Yo quiero un café. Versus, I want the coffee that I had the last time I came here. Yo quiero el café que tuve la última vez. I don't know. Hopefully that's clear. If it's not clear, y si tienen preguntas, if you have questions, you know how to find me. As always, muchas gracias por su atención. Hablamos muy pronto. Adiós.